15 Hollywood movies and their translated Spanish titles. Can you guess them all? Let's go. First question. In Spain, marketing teams released this dark comedy with a title that literally translates to A Madman at Your Home. Any guesses? The answer is The Cable Guy from 1996. In Spain,
Un loco a domicilio.
in Latin America,
El Doctor Cable.
fun fact, Jim Carrey made Hollywood salary history with a record-breaking $20 million flat fee for this dark comedy, a deal that pushed Hollywood's salary ceiling much higher. Question 2. In Spain, audiences got a title that translates to Embarrassing Mess. Can you spot the Hollywood comedy? That's Knocked Up, released in 2007. In Spain,
Lío embarazoso.
in Latin America,
Ligeramente embarazada.
did you know? Spain's title leans into the double meaning around embarrassment and pregnancy, which matches the whole premise in 2 words. Question 3. In Latin America, this horror blockbuster was released with a title meaning macabre game. What movie are we looking for? You were looking for Saw from 2004. In Spain,
Saw.
in Latin America,
Juego macabro.
here's the wild part. The iconic puppet Billy was completely handmade by the director James Wan, using clay, papier mâché, and black paper towel rolls for the body. Here's the next one. The Latin American title gives us Glow in the Night in plain English. Can you name this acclaimed drama? This one is Sling Blade from 1996. In Spain,
Sling Blade. El afilador.
in Latin America,
Resplandor en la noche.
quick movie title trivia. Billy Bob Thornton put crushed glass in his shoes while filming to give his character a distinct, painful-looking, dragging limp. Question 5. In Latin America, this Christmas comedy became The Promised Gift in English. What is the original movie? The answer is Jingle All the Way from 1996. In Spain,
Un padre en apuros.
in Latin America,
El regalo prometido.
fun fact, the frantic toy store rush echoes real shopping chaos around must-have toys. Screenwriter Randy Kornfield got the idea after his family struggled to find a Power Ranger for his son. Question 6. Latin American marketing teams released this crime thriller under a title that translates to The Relentless. Can you name it? That's Get Carter, released in 2000. In Spain,
Get Carter.
in Latin America,
El implacable.
did you know Michael Caine starred in the original 1971 classic but returned to play a villain in the 2000 Sylvester Stallone remake? Moving on. In Latin America, audiences saw this prison classic under a title meaning Dream of Escape. What Hollywood movie is it? You were looking for The Shawshank Redemption from 1994. In Spain,
Cadena perpetua.
in Latin America,
Sueño de fuga.
here's the wild part. Frank Darabont paid Stephen King $5,000 for the film rights, but King never cashed the check and later returned it framed with a note saying, "In case you ever need bail money." Question 8. Spain released this comedy with a title that translates to Very Important Dogs. What movie are we looking for? This one is Best in Show from 2000. In Spain,
Very important perros.
in Latin America,
El perro ganador.
quick movie title trivia. Spain mixed English and Spanish into a direct VIP joke, while Mexico went straight forward with The Winning Dog. Question 9. Here is a very direct title from Spain. They call him Bodhi. Can you spot the Hollywood blockbuster? The answer is Point Break from 1991. In Spain,
Le llaman Bodhi.
in Latin America,
Punto de quiebre.
fun fact, Keanu Reeves actually learned how to surf from scratch for this movie, and he still pursues surfing as a personal hobby to this day. Question 10. In Latin America, this beloved drama was released with a title that translates to Unexpected Miracles. Can you name it? That's The Green Mile, released in 1999. In Spain,
La Milla Verde.
in Latin America,
Milagros inesperados.
did you know? Bruce Willis recommended Michael Clark Duncan for the role of John Coffey after working with him on Armageddon, and Duncan went on to receive an Oscar nomination for the performance. Here comes another. Spain gave this Oscar-winning comedy a title meaning better, impossible. What is the original movie? You were looking for As Good as It Gets from 1997. In Spain?
Mejor, imposible.
In Latin America?
Mejor. Imposible.
Here's the wild part. Jack Nicholson won the Oscar for playing Melvin Udall, whose rigid routines make the translated title feel like a perfect deadpan punchline. Question 12. Latin American audiences saw this thriller under a title meaning The End of Times. What Hollywood movie is it? This one is The Happening from 2008. In Spain?
El incidente.
In Latin America?
El fin de los tiempos.
Quick movie title trivia. Shyamalan used wind machines, mechanical effects, and on-set pyrotechnics to create as much of The Happening as possible in camera. Question 13. In Spain, marketing teams renamed this teen comedy Boyfriend for Rent. Can you name the original movie? The answer is Can't Buy Me Love from 1987. In Spain?
Novio de alquiler.
In Latin America?
No puedes comprar mi amor.
Fun fact, the movie's original working title was Boy Rents Girl, but executives changed it at the last minute after securing the rights to the classic Beatles song. One more after this. Latin America released this modern western with the title meaning No Place for the Weak. What movie are we looking for? That's No Country for Old Men, released in 2007. In Spain?
No es país para viejo.
In Latin America?
Sin lugar para los débiles.
Did you know? Javier Bardem disliked Anton Chigurh's strange haircut, which was inspired by a 1979 photo of a man at a West Texas bar. Bardem said the unsettling look helped him stay in character. Final question. For the final one, Spain reduced this action classic to a single word. Cornered. Can you name the movie? You were looking for First Blood from 1982. In Spain?
Acorralado.
In Latin America?
Rambo. Primera sangre.
Here's the wild part. First Blood originally ended with Rambo dying, like in the book the film is based on, and the scene was even filmed before Stallone pushed for the version that allowed him to survive. How many of the 15 did you get? Drop your score below and tell us which Spanish title you thought was better than the original. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.